there. It's Freebies Wednesday on Empire Radio 360. Win amazing gifts and airtime on the show. Get your friends and loved ones to tune in on Empire Radio 360 every Wednesday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Also, music from the baddest DJs in the land. So start winning on Freebies Wednesday, right here on Empire Radio 360.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, every single one of you. How you guys doing? What's up? I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is feeling fine. I hope everyone is feeling fly. You know, like I always say, Fridays are always like the best days I like to come to work because I know that after work I'm going to sleep. There's no stress. But either ways, thank you guys for always sticking around with us. Welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. You should know my name by now, but if you don't know my name, I'll be humble enough to introduce. I'm Godwyn Odi. Of course, I go by the name Godwyn Odi, and it's always a pleasure to be on the show with every single one of you. Please, as you join in, like I always say, get our links out, share our links, get everyone to be part of our conversation, family, friends, foes, bring them here, and let us all have a great time as we learn, as we unlearn, and as we relearn on the show here on Hey Let's Talk. Do not forget we're streaming live from Empire Africa 1 live on Instagram, Empire Africa 1 live on Instagram, and on Facebook, Empire Africa 1. So wherever you are following us from, be it Facebook, be it Instagram, these are the platform. And of course, we like to make it known to you guys that the Empire House on Wheels Impact Your World Season 2 is coming up. An outdoor and indoor charity reality TV show where the public and contestants will benefit greatly. Last year, our winner had 5 million naira and an SUV, and a SUV taking home. But this time, the winner is going home with a grand prize of 10 million naira. SUV, of course, that's for the first position, and second position goes on with 5 million naira. Third position goes on with 3 million. I always like to announce the sweetest part for me is that the mansion is ready for all our contestants. So please, if you know you want to benefit from this show, don't miss out on it. You could download our Empire, the House on Wheels app from your Apple App Store or your Android Google Store, Google Play Store, to get our app, House on Wheels app, just for more updates as regards this particular show. Do not miss out on this. Trust me, it's going to be one you are going to be proud of and be happy to be part of. Okay, now straight to the show. Today I have two fantastic people with me. One, I will call him a guest because he's been here, so he's my organ, he's here, so my egbon is here with me. And so the actual guest is the fine lady on the show. But I would want to grant the guest the honor. I will introduce her first. I mean, she's fine. I know the way that lady's first phrase. It has to go. Although I have to get myself when it come to problems. They always do ladies first. I mean, I enjoy it. But anyways, let's give them that. That's like she's with me, a very wonderful lady with work experience as administration, as an admin, with Voice Therapy Academy, and a very active and proactive businesswoman. I'm currently working on distributing and selling papers to many organizations as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me make some noise for Miracle Ijioma. Fine woman. Asampete. How you doing?
I'm good.
Well, welcome to the show. It's nice to have you here. And of course, my Oga, he was here once, and I can tell you for a fact that when he was here on the show, he did more than justice to our conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, for the second time, I'm having on my show the CEO of Paulson Consulting, who serves as a lead consultant, offering the basic, advanced, and professional service in leadership and public speaking. And also, he's a facilitator in different fora, seminars, and conferences. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me make some noise for Paulson Okezie. Alga. This guy, you like to do this your big man life. Is it because you're married? No, I'm married too. What's all this one you're doing?
Thank you.
But how's marriage been for you? Let's start from there. How's marriage been?
Well, marriage has been interesting.
Okay.
Marriage has been everything we had marriage is. Yeah. I think that's the word. And more.
Everything and more.
Yes, everything you had marriage is. Every good thing. Yes, I think I need to put that adjective. Every good thing you heard marriage is, and more.
And more.
Yes.
Well, okay, Miracle, you don't take for the business small. You don't get a longer experience. So how would you say marriage has been for you? Let's start from there.
I would say it's a beautiful experience. Marriage has been beautiful.
Okay.
Awesome.
Realistically speaking, that's like, is it entirely or partially?
It's just basically as life is.
Yeah.
In life we come across a lot of things, and we still enjoy life. We still want to be alive, Abi.
Abio.
So that's how marriage has been. We have our ups and downs, but the beautiful side overshadows it.
Wisdom, the beautiful side. You feel I'm All right, nice one. Okay, if you're joining us, you're welcome. Pretty Bad, I see you. Ziki_Joel, I see you. I don't know if I've missed any other person who's joined the live, but as you join our live, I want to say welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. Okay, without any further serede, let's go straight to the topic of today. Today's discussion is simple. The role of friends to marriages and relationships. Trust me, there are a lot of questions. There are several questions that I am hopeful and I pray that we'll be able to do justice to, because this conversation has offsprings, he gets children, grandchildren under him. So I'm hoping that the limited time that we have, we'll be able to do justice to this conversation. The role of friendship, the role of friends to the role of friends to marriages or relationship. And of course, Miracle and Paulson are going to do justice to this conversation. So I'm going to give the lady the grace again to start. Let me grant her that beauty. Miracle, my first question to you, first of all, will be this. I'm trying to get, what would you say qualifies someone to be a friend to a marriage or a relationship? When people involved say, this is our friend, as a couple, what would you say disqualifies you to be a worthy friend to a marriage or to a relationship?
Well, I would say, we have friends and we have friends. You understand?
Okay.
So, there are people that are always there for you.
All right.
Always there to correct you in love. When they criticize you, they are coming from a place of love. So I feel when people are looking out for you, when people look out for you, I feel they should be classified as friends to a relationship, not the basic, how will I put it? The ones that are just there to get what they want from you. When it's time for them to be there for you, they jackpot. So there are people that are there for you. Genuinely they are there for you. They look out for you and they criticize you in love, and it's coming from a place of love. So that's what I feel.
Okay. Let me pause and I'll throw the question to you too. What qualifies someone to be a friend to a marriage or to a relationship?
Well, first of all, the couple has to agree that this person means well.
Okay.
To them. So this goes beyond having personal friends, like the husband having his set of friends, the wife having her set of friends. So I believe what you are asking is a friend to the family friend. So what qualifies you to be a friend to the family, for me, is, can I share
personal experiences,
family issues with you?
Okay.
Am I safe around your space? As a couple, are we safe around your space? Now, marriage is not all sweet. There are also bittersweet experiences.
You still want me to marry?
Why I say no, I'm not saying bitter experience. I said bittersweet experiences.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when it's bitter, the truth is, at the end of the day, it becomes sweet. That bitter experience becomes sweet.
Yes, true.
That's what marriage is. But sometimes when you are in that bitter experience, there are people you may need to talk to. There are people you may need to ask, this is what is happening. What's your advice? What do you think? Now, I am not from the school of thought that advocates that whatever happens in your home, you share with a third party. No. But there are people that, even without you sharing, they know you. Okay. They visit. They know when they come into the home, they know something is wrong. And friends like that would say, oh boy, what's up? Waiting they happen. And when they can ask the husband, what's up? Waiting they happen. And the husband will be free to say, I beg, leave that in. This woman. Casually. And it will be discussed very casual, not be serious talk.
Yeah.
So I think till someone gets to that level in your life as a couple, that is when you can call them friends to that relationship.
Yeah.
Remember, I said we're not talking about personal friends now, but we're talking about people that they have a stake. As much as you and your wife have a stake to your marriage, they also have a stake to your marriage. Because if anything affects your relationship, it somehow has a ripple effect on them.
Okay. I'm welcome to you, Pretty Bell. Pretty Bell, that's better. She said my boss. She don't raise hand up. You are welcome, better. Amaka is here. I see you. Welcome to you. Amaka, you all are welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. Please get our links out and bring everyone to be part of the conversation here. We do this every Wednesday and Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Empire Radio 360. Okay, now based on what you said, Paulson, I'm still with you. What's your opinion on having to get advice as a married man from a single friend? Because I've seen people always downplay this, that you're a married man. The friend that is single might have negative influence on you. It does not really have knowledge, or it might pull you, that kind of stuff. So what's your take on a married man having to get advice or opinion from a single friend?
Well,
anybody at all, say a man or woman,
getting advice from someone that is not married,
as a married person,
I think it would be wrong to call it an advice. It can be an opinion. Not really an advice, because on what grounds is a single person advising a married person on issues about marriage? You can't advise me on what you don't have the experience. It's just like someone losing a father or a mother, and another person that has not lost a father or a mother comes to the person and say, I know how you feel. Or guy, you don't know how I feel. Your parents are still alive. So singles can give opinion, give suggestions, but for the married person, you see them as just opinions and not an advice.
So you should not work on them.
Now it's an opinion, so you have a choice as the married person to either work with it or not work with it. But what's an advice? An advice is something that is legit. So I'm saying it to you from experience. Now, this does not mean that some single people don't have legit advices or legit opinions or something that they can say to a married couple that could help them. So this is my own personal story and experience. For years, in fact, there was a time I was granting seminars and conferences where I talk about relationship, and they were beautiful sessions. One of those conferences, after that session, I had a married senior friend who attended that session, and after the session, he said, he congratulated me and said, wow, this was a beautiful session. Everything you were saying, they were hits back to back, and But he told me something. He said, people will not validate you. You know why? You are still single. For everything he said that he was listening to me as a married man, and everything he heard me say were good, but everything he was hearing me say were things I read from a book, true or false. I said true. But now that I'm married, yes, not so long now, but there are personal experiences I can now share with you, not because I read it from Miles Monroe's book, but because this is my reality, and this is how I came out of it. So, as a married man seeking for advice from a single person, now advice is the word, seeking for advice from a single person, I think is a no-no, because that person does not share the same reality with you. That person does not share the same reality. But you can share concerns, not necessarily about your marriage. And you need to be careful how you share these concerns or share things about what happens in your home. Friends are just friends. In any relationship, is between two people, yourself and your spouse. Every other, even your father, your mother, they are outsiders. So however you treat whatever they say to you differs. For me, I would say the only person that can give you the perfect advice in any relationship is God and the person of the Holy Spirit. So anything, true, because your father can be wrong.
Yes.
Your mother can be wrong. humans can be wrong.
Yeah.
So for not to talk of a friend that is now single, Omo, don't receive advice from a friend. I don't subscribe to that. Even for when I was single, for my married friends, I avoided giving or saying things as advice, or I say do things, do this. I can say, okay, I think
Yeah.
this can work.
Yeah.
I think if you approach it this way, now this is opinion. This is not an advice. So it's left for you so that tomorrow you will not come back to say, in fact, if you come back to say I advised you wrongly, you'll be a fool. Because how can you take advice from me that is a single guy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Preach _ BL. I see you. You're welcome to the show. Leo _ G _ people that like so many underscores in your name, people are welcome to the show. Welcome to Hey Let's Talk. As you join us, please get our links out. We're streaming live. This is brought to you by Empire Radio 360. We're streaming live from Empire Africa 1 live. Empire Africa 1 live on Instagram and Empire Africa 1. God is good 2023. You're welcome to the show. Bravo _ Empire. I see you. You're welcome as well. God is good 2023. Is God not good in 2022? I just want to know. I'm just asking. Okay, Miracle, I'm going to throw this question to you. I want you to probably speak for other women as well. Do you think it's comfortable for a woman whose husband her husband's closest friend is a single guy? Do you think does it matter? Is it a big deal, or do you think it's something that should be concerning for the woman?
Friend, just friend.
Closest friend.
Closest.
Yes.
That's the bestie.
I don't like using that term bestie. I think it's all this Gen Z. But whatever. Well, best friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be comfortable at all. First of all, I'm your friend, and I should be your closest friend.
Okay, you have injured me now. You have injured me. Yes. Now, outside the marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really
just relationship.
Yeah, maybe his guy friend and anybody outside. Of course, we want to agree that your closest friend as a married person should be your spouse. Yes, we are. Yes. So now that is one. But I'm not saying I don't think you are of the school of thought that because your closest friend is your spouse, that means other friends should be shut out. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Now let's say in the outside the marriage, let's say your husband's closest friend is a single man or woman.
Outside the marriage.
Yeah.
Relationship.
Yeah, his best friend already. We have solidified that
relationship
one.
Relationship wise.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if let me, can I use the word dating?
Definitely, anything.
Actually dating someone, we I can't say a lady should be angry or make it a big deal that her guy is very close to a particular lady for a while, because before you got to know that person, there are people that have been friends right from childhood, parents, family, and all that. So for the time being, let me say if they've been friends if they just started dating for a while, I would permit it though. I would permit that you are so close to that particular lady. But as it is progressing and we define the relationship, change it. I have to be the closest person to you, the closest. There should be a limit. If we've defined the relationship, there should be a limit. I feel there should be a limit. While that person is still his friend, because I would definitely make that person my friend.
Yeah.
And so while that person is still the friend, I feel, now when someone is your best friend, that's the first person you run to.
Yeah.
If there's a problem, you run to that person. If anything, you run to that person. So it shouldn't be like that again, because I'm now involved.
Yeah.
So you can be sharing little details. The person can still be your friend, but not your best friend. I wouldn't be comfortable. I don't know about it.
Okay. Paulson, what is? I welcome to you, Amenze. Amenze, I see you. Welcome, my darling. fora _ Cookie, I see you too. You're welcome. Truby Cent _ 001. Welcome. Really, I don't know what your really is, but if you can help us expatiate on what you mean by your really. Paulson, what do you have to say about what she just said?
Well,
you don't have to agree, just so you know. Okay.
If I can have another closest friend outside my spouse, that's the question, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, let me even put it this way. Let me put it to you now. Let me put it this way now. Before you started dating, before you got married to this woman, there was this guy or there was this lady that you've been friends with very close. Then you eventually get into a relationship or you are married, and this your very close friend is yet to be married, is still single. Do you think it should be something of concern for your wife or your partner?
It shouldn't be something of concern, because I believe that I should know better. one of the things you should provide for your partner is security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, security not in the sense that when Boko Haram is coming, yeah, no. But you need to provide security that she's safe with you. So, and one of the ways to provide security is letting her know that it is you and me, or it is me and you. Every other person comes after. So even if I had a friend, I don't think I had such a friend.
So I'm not your friend, Abby.
I don't think. Very good, Joe. I don't think I had such a friend who I always ran to, or I'm very shy for visitation. I hardly go to people's houses. But even if such a person existed, I think it's the man's responsibility and the woman's responsibility also to create an environment where the partner will feel secure that I am your best friend. I am that person that will always, you will always go to, you will always discuss everything with. And for me, my reality is that it was my wife that taught me this. So I used to be more like the one-man gang, you know. I hardly let out.
Yeah.
So I'm more like...
I'm still struggling with that thing too.
People share and I help them sort things out, but
you don't share your
I
own.
hardly let go. So when we started dating and all, I discovered that my wife was free to share every detail. Sometimes she's sharing something with me and I'm like, okay, you think I'm interested in this? But I let it be, you know, and I started learning. All of a sudden, she noticed that I wasn't the sharing type, and she had issues with that. I said, "Oh, okay, this woman is a talker, so I need to match her energy."
Yeah.
So I started. So if I'm going to the market, I'll call her. Oh, I'm going to the market. Sometimes at the beginning I'm like, why am I telling you that I'm going to the market? Are you giving me transport? But these things count.
Yes.
It builds trust. Yeah. So even if you had a bestie, I think it's in your place to let that bestie know that there is a super bestie you have now. Mm-hmm. So not like you can't chill with him, or you can't, but before I can now discuss anything with you,
it must be
I have to discuss it with this person. And for me to discuss it with you, we have to agree that this particular story or this particular issue can be taken out. If there is no agreement, then you may not even know except I tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Nice one. Funny writer, I see you. You're welcome. Steph Nora 7 joined the show. Thank you for joining there. Official _ Khalifa, I see you as well. Funny writer says, good PM guys. Greetings to you. We greet you too. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Edward _ Richie _ you're welcome. I am _ Egede. You are here too. Welcome, Egede. I gave you a shout out now. I'm giving you a special shout out to you too. Ziggy _ Joy. Ziggy _ Joy. You are blushing. I want to believe that you are blushing because
that's my wife.
That's your wife. Oh my God! Oh wow! Oh my God! You are welcome. Special welcome to you. Special welcome. Ijioma, right?
Yeah.
You're welcome. It's nice to have you here. I'm so happy to have you here. Official _ Samuel SB7. I see you. You're welcome. Amenza says fair enough. Yeah. They buy into the idea. Of course, as you're joining us, please don't forget this is Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. Brought to you every Wednesday and Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We're streaming live from Instagram, Empire Africa 1 Live, and Facebook, Empire Africa 1. My next question. Okay, you spoke last. Let me come to you now. Miracle. The thing is, this question I'm about to ask, most of the time, the ladies tend, I don't know if I'll call them victims, because it's more like they always have to be subject to what their husband wants as the head. But this one I'm going to ask. Should the friendship of one partner be affected as a result of an ongoing relationship or marriage? What I'm asking in sense is that, do you think as a lady or as a guy, I have to probably reduce my certain relationship or friendship I had before a commitment, before a relationship or before a marriage? Do you think it should be affected, or it should not have any influence at all? I don't know if you understand the question. I'm getting married to somebody, and now because I'm getting married to this person, I think the people I have as friends, I might have to reduce how I relate with them, or might have to take some of them out. Should a relationship or a marriage affect the friendship?
Well, I would say depends on the relationship. You know, there's some friends you have, they like to hang out. Any show they are calling you and all that. Once you're married, a lot of things change. A lot of things change. And until they agree with you. Naturally, some friends, I don't even feel, okay, let me say from experience, when I got married, I was still flowing, but at least you should have sense as my friend to know that since I'm no longer the same. You know, there are people that respect you when you grow up, when you get to a certain level, like when you get higher to a certain level. And there's some people, they'll be like, no be just this baby, no be, you understand?
That familiarity,
you know, yes, you know that kind of see finish thing. They are friends and they are friends. I always say that. You know, they are friends that respect you. They know that things has changed. So when they give me that understanding, when I feel like you understand me now, a lot of marriage comes with a lot of responsibility. Yeah. That is the work. That's because it cannot be sleep. So it comes with a lot of responsibility. If you're my friend, you should understand that, okay, I'm married now. I need to get back home quickly and sort out things for the family. I need to do this. I'm supposed to be here and there and there. But in a situation whereby you don't agree, or you feel like I'm forming big girl. You know, these days there's this stuff going on that there's this perception about once you, especially the ladies, once they feel like when you're married, you leave like your friends. We don't actually leave them. They've said that stuff. I've heard it a lot of times. We don't actually leave. A lot of things happen. And if you call yourself a friend, like I say, a friend, you should understand that things have changed. And once you can be reaching out. We can be reaching out, but things will no longer be the same way it was before. You know, you don't expect me to turn up every time when you call me and all that. So I feel you should understand. Most of the times we are not the ones that leave them. They just assume that you're now
they're actually the ones that actually leave.
They're actually the ones that leave, and it's actually fine because I feel.
Is it fine?
It's actually fine because you can still be good with the person, because I feel it's just like when I want to go to Sele and I bought the bus from Roundabouts. There are different people that boarded that same bus with me. So I'm dropping at Roundabouts, so I'm dropping at First Bank. So I feel like, okay, we are done, but we are good, but we are done with that, you know. Yeah,
that intimacy,
that connection.
Bond.
So we are done, but you know, we can still be good. So I don't feel as a married woman, you know, still after most people too, after they are married, there's this. It will be shocking them. They never see anything. It's just the first stage. Your brain is still switching you. You know.
Your brain is switching again.
So some people naturally just zoom like off their friends, black out, and you know, feel like I don't arrive and all that. I feel that person is not wise, because at some point you will need those friends in life. At some point you need them. Okay, I need to quickly go to, let me say, for example, I just put to bed and I need somebody to help me buy so and so stuff. You can call on a friend. Yeah. Those little help is a big deal when you cannot do some things for yourself. Do you understand? So I'm not of the opinion that you should intentionally do away with your friends. You know, but you can still talk things out. You can still, in case for the people that innocently do not understand, you can now say, okay, see, your stuff don't change, bear with me or whatever. Just try to explain to the ones that you know genuinely that they don't understand. Not the ones that will just start giving you attitude from nowhere and you be expecting me to.
What you're even saying is quite similar to what he said the last time he was on our show. We spoke about cutting friends off, and it was like Paulson was of the opinion that you should not entirely take them out, but you can be cordial with them so that no matter whatever hurt they might have done, people can still be in relationship in future. But I still have a twist to this question as you were speaking, but I want to address something that someone said. And Funny Writer said, help me ask. Precious Images said, I'm here especially for Mimi. So you have a fan already.
Oh, thank you.
Especially for Mimi. Funny Writer said, Hitman, I see you. Hitman 11. Well, that name is very scary, but you are welcome to the show either ways. Hitman 11, I see you. Funny Writer said, help me ask the guy if telling your bestie things you share with your wife is not bad.
Okay, so let's make this clear. You are not permitted to share anything with an outsider. Now, when it comes to your home is your home. Whatever it is, deal with it within the confines of your home. Secondly, let's establish the fact that your bestie is your spouse. You cannot have bestie 1, bestie 2, bestie 3, bestie 4. Your bestie is your spouse. Now I'm talking on the basis of marriage.
Yeah.
Your bestie is your spouse. So if you have, so the question is,
help me as the guy telling your bestie things you share with your wife.
So first of all, the wrong
that you have made
is that you have a bestie
outside your wife.
You have a bestie and you have a wife. That is wrong.
Very wrong.
So if you have a bestie and you have a wife, automatically you will share things with your bestie.
Yeah.
But if your wife is your bestie, who is another bestie you share things with? So I think that answers the question. So your bestie should be your spouse, and if your spouse is your bestie, there is no other bestie to share things with. So the other person inside and outside I'm sharing things with. Sometimes I'm discussing with my wife. I know I'm going home, but I'm calling her on phone to say I'm on my way home, and we are on phone. I'm on my way home, and we are discussing things on phone for 10 minutes. I'll be the one to say, but babe, I'm coming back home. Let's stop wasting credit. That's how good it is. So because this person, beyond being your wife, is your friend.
Exactly.
Exactly. So for the question, let's even assume that there is another bestie.
Maybe
let's even assume that there is another bestie. Is wrong.
It's wrong. Dave _Berry 404, you're welcome to the show. Ole Lekon, I hope I got your name right. Please pardon me. Okay, Olale. What? You just spell the name normally. Ola Lekon 03. Your love for us is so plenty, and we appreciate you. So let me even give you one for that love. You have done well. This is especially for you, Ola Lekon. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being on the show. Funny writer says, also introducing your bestie to your wife. How cool is it? We have already. I think the answer, it already answers it. He has said it that the first wrong that you have made is having to have a bestie outside your wife. You know, like I said, why I want to relate with him is because some people, before you even get into a relationship or marriage, there's a friendship that you already have before a relationship or before marriage. So I think if I'm trying to understand him, I think he's trying to talk from a place of consideration of, I've known these people before I got married to this person. So is it that my marriage should affect how we relate?
It boils down to the same question you asked her earlier. So, you're a guy, and as a single guy, you have a group of friends that every evening after work, or let's even say every Friday, there is a guys hangout. You guys go to an eatery or a bar. You sit and eat and drink and discuss and chat. You know. In such gatherings, a lot of conversations happen.
A lot.
Yeah.
And amongst such friends, you have people that are closer to you. So it is very important that your spouse knows your circle.
Definitely.
If your spouse knows your circle, it helps him or her to know the kind of person you are and the kind of relationship he or she is walking into. So it's not easy to break away from such bond of friendship.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not easy.
That's
so
true.
let's be very real.
Yeah.
It's not easy to break out of such bond of friendship. Secondly, your spouse, man or woman, already has an idea that this is who your friends are. The conversation of whether they are good friends or not, we can have that conversation another time.
Yeah.
But let's say they are all good. So she already knows, he already knows, so he or she is prepared for that. My experience is not with friends. So my experience is that as a single guy, in fact, I was tagged a church boy because I was always in church. So my life is a triangle: home, work, church.
Yeah.
Home, work, church. I rarely had a social life.
Yeah.
One of the things we discussed at the dating stage was my wife asking me, I hope that after marriage, you will not continue to live in church. You know that now that, while we're still single, she said, now that you are still single, you are free. You can spend your whole time in church. But remember that when we get married, you will not always. So my activity then was, sometimes I'll go to church in the morning and I'll be coming back at night. But right now that I'm married, even if I'm not saying I have reduced church activities, but even the people that that I engage with in church
Yeah.
have that idea because I've made it clear. I am married now. So
This time.
immediately after whatever I'm doing, I'm telling you, I'm very vocal about it. I'm telling you, I'm going back to my wife. I'm going back home because I understand, I know that somebody is no longer me. We are now two that has become one. So for in the area of friends, it may not be easy to cut them, but if you have reasonable friends, they should also know that you are not on another level. You are not on the same level with them.
Yes.
Something you are now responsible for someone. I could, as I am, I can. When I was single, I could travel, but now even official travel, I reject some. My wife is aware. My boss will call me. Are you free to travel?
Please, thank you for allowing him come to my show. I appreciate you. Thank
Are
you.
you free to travel? Are you free to go here? I'll tell her, can I skip this travel? Because now I understand that I can't just wake up again and pack my bags that I'm going. I need to have that discussion with my wife to say, okay, I'm traveling for XYZ number of days. And for now, we are just two. There are no kids. We are just two. So it means that I'm leaving an empty house for someone.
Yeah.
So we make plans. What would you do? Do you want to stay? Or should you find somewhere?
Let me bring one personal issue. That time she went to Dubai. How were you coping? Yeah, don't worry. I'm coming to you now, Mimi. Oh, she's laughing.
Okay, so please.
Someone said something. There's a question they've thrown to you.
Okay,
you're following it, you're seeing it.
Same question. I want to ask. Sometimes when we talk about something, we don't put ourselves in those people's shoe. Like, let me.
Are you answering his question?
I'm asking him a question that will answer his question.
Okay.
On the introducing your bestie to your wife.
Okay.
So how will you feel if he's to be the wife and someone is coming to tell you, this is my bestie? And you know what bestie is now. Someone you run to and all that.
Confidence
and she is there in the house and she'll be like, oh, okay, because first of all, as ladies, we'll be like, okay. Yeah. Someone like me will be like, okay, I'll just chill and be monitoring the whole situation. I'm like, okay. Then I notice you're actually doing the same thing, like going to the person, telling the person, nothing has changed. We are married, and that person is still your bestie. I don't know what I'm doing in your house. You understand? First off, your wife has to be your very good friend, your very close friend.
Number one.
That you don't even need another person to. You fall to her. Any first thing, she's the one that she should come to your mind first. So telling a woman that this is your bestie affects her self-esteem. She'll start comparing. She'll be like, okay, what does this lady have that I don't have? What is she doing for you that I'm not doing? And it affects a lot of things. Before you know, you just see that a very cheerful person becomes dull somehow. Before you know, she's not very playful. She's trying to compare. She's stalking the person on Instagram. Let me see how she's dressing. She's not confident of herself. Let me see how she's doing. Okay, before you know, you start saying, you've changed. This is not you. Meanwhile, you don't know
you were the cause.
The little things matters because we ladies pay attention to a lot of things.
Even you, I know you do it.
I pay attention
this
to
woman,
a lot. And someone like me, I read meaning to everything, except you prove me otherwise. So you can't be telling me this person is your bestie. I'm like, oh, okay. So what am I in your house doing?
Yeah.
Because I'm very intimate with you. I should be. When the Bible said two shall come together and they are one. Yeah. I am you, you are me. I don't know where another person is coming from. Yeah, do you understand?
Exactly.
So that's.
And if I'm to add to that, okay.
Sorry, let me also say this because the truth about it is.
Please be fast. There's one key question I want us to deal with.
Okay, so the truth about it, I don't even know if that's the question you want to deal with, but let me say this because it just came to mind. So, the reality is that it happens that married people have other besties that are not their spouses. So if the question is, does it happen?
Yes,
it happens. Now, another question is, should it happen? No. But sometimes it is not the choice. It is not completely the choice of this person to have a bestie outside. Now, some situations are like this. You are a man. You have a wife. And you, in everything you do, and this is vice versa.
Vice versa, yes.
In everything you do, you want to treat your spouse as your best friend. Yeah. But you are not, whatever the energy you are putting in is not being reciprocated. Nothing, you are not getting the vibe back. You treat someone, you are my confidant, I tell you everything. This same person is sharing your family problem outside. This same person is having more engagements outside that he or she is having with you. So you find out, or sometimes you find out that, first of all, there is that person is not providing friendship for you. Marriage works when the both people are, first of all, friends. You experience that a lot of married people live as neighbors, but if you live as friends. See, in this very short time I've been married, I found out that me and my wife, we are just friends. There is no because we are friends, there is no hurt that lasts so long. Because even truly, Godwyn, as much as I would want to be angry and punish her for that anger, there's this friendship aspect of it that you just look at her and say, I'm doing myself too. Because as much as you're angry, so let's understand that sometimes it's not really that one of the spouses does not want to have this kind of relationship with the partner, that as much as you are my wife or my husband, you are also my bestie. But you find out that this other person, this other spouse is not giving back what this person, the energy needs to match.
It's still not an excuse, though. It's still not an excuse. If the energy
not like
is
I'm giving it as an excuse.
Definitely, because a lot of people would think, okay, this should be the reason why I'm having a bestie. If you feel your partner is not giving you same energy, sure, you are the one that went to meet her or him. You know, because these days now, ladies come to guys and, you know, ask them out and all that. I feel there should be a conversation. This person and your person, you're together forever. So if there's a problem, you address it. You say, okay, what is happening? You're not giving me the same energy as before. I feel like we are drifting apart. What is happening? As a man, the Bible has made you the priest of your home. You have to be the one to intentionally make sure that everything is in order. Yeah. We ladies were very dramatic. Sometimes we want to do shakara and go. You should know that it's very normal. You know, understand? And set aside the pride. You know, sometimes they just want it. Let us keep coming to them and all that. With all due respect, you know. So I feel it's still not an excuse. There should be a conversation. What is happening? We are no longer, because at first, that first stage of relationship, married, everybody's fire was really burning. So what happened? What happened
exactly? Okay, you're welcome. If you're joining, I don't know, you have addition to this.
No, I just wanted to say, what if? Because there are a lot of what ifs.
There will be a lot.
What if you try? I'm not even saying as a man now.
Sorry, I'm welcome to Com Drama. I'm Com Drama. You're welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. Okay.
Okay. So what if you try? What if you try this and it's still not working?
See, for counseling.
There are a lot of people that have tried to get their marriages to work.
Funny writer, we're coming to the question, please. No, I'm sorry, we're coming to it. Yeah.
You know, they've tried to get their marriages to work. They've tried to do everything that is within their power to get their marriage to work. But you find out that the energy is just one-sided. Another person is just feeling not concerned. I tell you, as much as the man or the woman may not want to take that situation outside, there's always an elastic point where he has to just speak out, maybe to the father, maybe to the mother, maybe to the elder brother, to the spouse, in-law. Somebody that the person listens to. So that's what I mean. Not really that the person would not become a bestie, but when it's not being matched, when that energy is not being matched, sometimes it now gives room. Not because that person does not know that you shouldn't do this, but I want this thing to work. So if it means getting a third party to get it to work, even the Bible says, meet the elders.
Yes,
that they will pray for you.
That's the third party.
Okay. Well, I want to say welcome to every one of you. If you're joining us, you're welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. We're streaming live from Empire Africa 1 Live. Please, as you join us, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and on Facebook, Empire Africa 1. Instagram, Empire Africa 1 Live. Facebook, Empire Africa 1. And please always, I think I'll need to start letting you guys know that most of our sessions will be uploaded on YouTube, Godwyn, on my YouTube channel, Godwyn Odie's page. So for many people who have always told me, why can you have shows and we don't have how to go back to them? Don't worry, I've made room for you. I will not offend you again. this kind of shows will be uploaded so you can go back and watch them. Okay, so while we're talking, Funny Writer actually asked 2 questions. First, he says, this question, it says, please ask me if she's married. I'm actually joining for the first time. Of course, a topic like this, I will not bring single people like me to come and do justice. What do we know? No, now, these 2 people here are happily married. I think Bravo's Empire, okay, Bravo's Empire even answered him. He said, yes, Mimi is very married. Next question. This guy is angry. Bravo's Empire, yes. Funny Writer, yes, she's married. Yes, I'm going to the question he asked earlier. I said, this question goes to Mimi. Please, can you explain more of losing of bonds after marriage? Can you explain more of losing? Can you explain more on losing of bonds after marriage?
Okay. So bonds is a relationship, friends. Before, after marriage, and all that. First off, I just feel naturally things just happen naturally. There are some friends that you don't get in touch with them for like some months, and when you come together, when you guys reach out, you don't feel that there's anything missing. You just feel that vibe, the energy is still there. Then there are some friends that after marriage, there's something bothering them. They don't come out to say it. And I'm not the Holy Spirit. I will not come into your mind and know what it is, and you've tried to reach out, and the person is still not vibing, giving you the same energy and all that. You can only pray for them and allow it be, reach out once or twice and all that, but it will not be the same. There are some people that are very, very close. Everybody know them and all that. Then after one person is married, you will just notice something has stopped. You just notice something, the fire is no longer there and all that. First off, it could be that the particular person is very busy, taking care of a lot of things, and the other person might not really be an understanding person, might feel entitled to the same energy that you give to them in the past.
Like nothing should change, whether you're married or not.
Things will change. Things should even change, because I feel as a married person, you should also have married friends as friends, because they are in the same reality with you. Wise married friends, because it's not every married person that is wise, someone in the same line, your belief, or someone you're looking up to. You look at their marriages and you want your own to be like them, like you wish or you pray for and all that. So I feel not really. I wanted to say less few friends. You can just be good with your people, your friends. Just be there for them and all that. Reach out and all that. But the bond will not be like before, or it might never really be like before. Because even if I want to reach out to a friend pertaining something, I don't believe in no third party. There's some situation I would need to reach out. Not like the complex, like the complex situation. There's some minor things I would want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, I would want to plan a surprise, or maybe something just came up and I don't know, I was wrong. Okay, how will I do this? How should I come in? I can't really pick out something, And a married person will be the easier person to run to, a married, mature person. Because if you go to a single person, this guy just offended me now, and I don't know how I should tell him. Should I just ignore? Most people ignore, and it attracts a lot of after effects, because when you ignore one, ignore two, by the time they just mistakenly match you, you just flame up, and they'll be like, is it not this small thing I just did to you? And meanwhile, not knowing you've been accumulating a lot. So it takes a wise and godly married person, because I will always say godly. Most people just advise based on hot temper. If it's me, I will not take it like this. If it's me, but a wise woman will advise you and tell you, have you spoken? Or it might even tell you, have you prayed about it? Because most times when you pray about it and God tells you, this is, why not attack it this angle? Why not? Most of the time, we feel we know ourselves, but God knows us better.
Exactly.
And He knows the situation better than we know it. So
I actually have a particular question I wanted us to even do justice to. I have 3 questions we've not touched. Amanda Kingsley says, same thing goes for people with children versus friends without children. Funny Writer said to the guy, I love your shirt, use and do giveaway. Well, I don't tell you before, say I like your shirt before. Just leave it, forget it. If anybody will take it, it's me, forget it. Okay, so I'm going to ask this question. I have 3 questions, but I'm surprised that we have to round off now, but let's deal with this question before we go. It's a controversial one, and I hope we would do it with our short time. As a friend, I'll ask this question to you, Paulson. As a friend, to one of the parties of a relationship, let's say you are a friend to a lady who is getting married, and then yes, a lady, you are being a friend. Now it's not like as if you've been intruding. You are a friend to a lady, and maybe you discover that her partner is unfaithful, or maybe there's a day or few days to the marriage, and there was an act of infidelity, and you know. Now, as a friend, are you going to keep short for the safety of that marriage? Or you know, or even apart from infidelity, maybe there's even a weakness, and you know about it, but you see them that they are happy. Now, as a friend, what do? Do you keep quiet so that you don't harm the relationship, or you let your friend know that, see you, I'm sorry, but this is what I've seen your partner do?
This one, loud though. Okay, so first of all, my principle is they put mouth for married people matter. Or people that are in a relationship, they will use you and settle tomorrow. Secondly, if it is a weakness, and I know that this is a weakness, everybody has weaknesses.
Yes.
So what is a weakness? I don't like what I'm doing. But I always find myself doing.
Yeah.
Help. You can seek for help. Mm-hmm. But if it is an intentional, this guy is or true. Like he goes after anything in skirt. And this lady is my friend. Paulson, what do you do? Okay, let me ask. When did I notice? So
let's say like few weeks or days before the marriage, or even a day before.
Or a day before the
or
marriage.
Even a day. Let's even make it more dramatic. A day before.
Well, the truth is, I don't know the guy better than my friend knows the guy. Yeah. So the truth is, whatever I am going to say to her a day before, I will be an enemy of progress. I'm going to be an enemy of progress. Somebody like Paulson will ask my lady friend, and I'll ask her, is there anything that will happen now and you will not marry this guy? I'll just throw in that question. And funny enough, in marriage class, those of us that are Christians, in marriage class, they will ask you, is there anything you will hear about your spouse? Before they sanction you, okay, maybe this is peculiar to my church. Before they sanction you for that marriage, they will ask you, is there anything you will hear tomorrow about your spouse? And you say you are not doing again. They'll ask you to think, what is that thing you will hear? And if you answer anything, they will start trashing it. But if you say nothing, they will say, okay, you are ready to get married.
Yeah.
So if there are anything like that, I believe that my friend should have seen hints. Even if you have not caught him.
Red flag.
Except you just started dating this week and you are getting married the next week. But if you actually give yourself time, you would have seen red flags.
Okay, they've given me. I know you would want to say something on this matter, but do you have anything to say? Let me throw it to you briefly. What's your opinion on this as you round off?
I agree with him.
Entirely?
I agree with him because you can't tell me you are getting married to someone and you don't know that person very well.
Okay.
Most of the times I'll always say, pray, because the Holy Spirit, people can actually pretend, and the Holy Spirit is our number one amebo. He can tell us the hidden things. Yeah. He will expose it in dreams or, So I feel I wouldn't tell the friend. Like
don't you think it's like it can't affect, like, this I did not say. And maybe your friend gets to find later that you knew about this.
It depends on the relationship I have with that friend, though. Because there's some friends you would tell, like he said, they will use you and settle matter. In short, they will deal with you. So
you're enemy of the house.
I tell you, why did you wait? I'm getting married and all that. And some ladies don't even mind, funny enough.
Yeah, so we're talking about people that do mind.
Some people feel like some people don't even know what they will do. Like you said, if your church asked you, what will he do that will make you ever? Some people don't even know what they will do. Some people don't know their reaction until they experience it and all that. So I feel if it is a day or some days to the wedding, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying, if you're not my sister, I will now hint you small. We prove. I cannot just come empty-handed.
After they're already married?
Before they are married, like you said now, like you asked.
Okay, before they're married, yeah?
I will come in, and if you are my sister, because I got my sister's back.
Yeah.
I don't believe
my brother, me, I will talk.
I don't believe in.
No, they said friend.
You
said friend.
Yeah.
See, there's no way. See, I don't believe that there's no way you wouldn't have seen a red flag. Even if it's one.
Except the person pretends and now marry you.
As much as professional as you are a pretender, you can't be excellent in pretense.
True,
you will goof one day. That's life. If a liar can never be consistent with lies. One of the days, he will say something that contradicts the
Yes,
first or second lie.
because we always
There,
forget.
there must be signs. So if you did not see that sign as the baby or as the sweetheart that wants to get married, and you expect me to see it and flag it for you, except that relationship has not neared marriage. But trust me, if it was just at the beginning, I'll push.
Yeah.
I will talk, I will shout. In fact, I will get people to know that I'm shouting. But not a night or a day or
Feel like 2 weeks.
It's different when this man is an abuser. The person is beating you. The person is your life is at risk now.
Okay, if it's abusing case, no matter how close it is, you talk.
If it's an abusing case,
You don't even need to
I
talk.
may even fight. Sef.
When
No, I will force you. No, if it gets to reporting you to your parents that may not know that this guy is beating you, I will report you to your parents that you want to go and die.
Yeah, because that's what it is.
Exactly. Okay. We have to round off now. Please permit me to ask the last question. My man, I'm really sorry. Before they would take me off the seat, they have told me that I have to put the show to an end. But I want to say thank you to you, Paulson, for doing justice, and to you, Paulson and Miracle. I appreciate you guys so much for bringing your minds and doing justice to this conversation, and I hope our viewers have learned. To come your way again next week, please do not forget. Paulson, I know I will call you again. There's a very possibility I'll bring you on the show. Hope you enjoyed yourself on the show, Miracle.
Yeah, I did.
Do you want to say not enjoy yourself? All right, guys. So we'll come your way again next week. Please, of course, flex responsibly. It's the weekend. Relax. Use your weekend to relax. Try and wash your clothes today so that tomorrow you relax. And you'll not wash clothes tomorrow, Saturday. But from myself on Empire Radio 360, bye for now. Till we see you again next week. Peace out.
Hey there, it's Freebies Wednesday on Empire Radio 360. Win amazing gifts and airtime on the show. Get your friends and loved ones to tune in on Empire Radio 360 every Wednesday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Also, music from the baddest DJs in the land.